So hi guys, I did obviously a little reel, short thing, whatever you call them, obviously depending on what you're watching on, just about the Rotolight, which is this thing here. I was kindly sent this by Holdan, obviously a company that I'm an ambassador for, so much thanks, many thanks for Holdan doing that. The reason they sent this, and it's just a loan, it's not something I'm keeping, I'm just starting to put together a documentary. It's going to be probably a 6 to 9 month project, maybe even longer. Along with the Rotolight, which I'll speak about in a second, they also sent me this, which is the Holland 150 Lark. If anybody uses the kind of the DJI system, DJI mic, the wireless lav, that kind of thing, you get the same kind of charging box and everything like that. I do believe that Holland actually came out with it first and everybody's kind of copied, but I may be wrong, so just bear with me on that one. In the pack with all this, you do get the lavs as well, which is nice, and you don't have to buy anything. You obviously get two, and you get 2 lavs. The system itself is just faultless, just very, very simple. If anybody watches me and watches when I do kind of reviews and stuff, I don't do reviews. I'm not particularly technical. I just like things to work, which this just does. It's plug into my camera. I can monitor the audio just on the top there, and I have absolutely 0 problems with it, which is great. The other one is, again, the lights. I have 2 of these lights. One's just here, which is kind of like, ooh, can you see that? And then the other one, again, I've just shown you. They are very much plug and play, but you also get a app. So I don't know if you can kind of see that, if it's gonna, oh yeah, there we go. See, as you can see, I have both of them set up on this app at the moment. Obviously only one's on, but then from here I can kind of control the brightness. So obviously just knock it down a bit. There we go, just bring it back up until we're just clipping ever so slightly. But along with that, you can have a bit of fun as well. So I've got every single colour you can think of. Yeah, I'm not quite convinced with some of these. Then we have, again, gels, and we give you the, oh, Jesus, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, of course. And then if I just go back into it, you have your kind of standard effects to give you a absolute nightmare. Then police, that's cool. Or TV, if you are filming a thing. There we go. It's cool. But let me just go back to normal. There we go. Again, like I said, like with Holland, installing the app, I actually updated the firmware as well, just to kind of keep everything up to date, which I was very, very, very happy with. I do have a little bit of a film of the behind the scenes I was doing. The documentary, I said I don't really want to give it away much, but it's on something quite exciting, and the person I'm doing it on, there's a lot of enthusiasm there when he's talking about obviously what we're making on, but I will kind of explain more as time goes on. We've just filmed the kind of the interview section of it. That was yesterday with my friend Josh, who has actually done all the behind the scenes stuff. So much more massive thank you to Josh for filming that. He's also going to be helping this year with weddings and things like that as well. So I'm eternally grateful for the help so far, and the help you will be obviously continuing to give. So here's a little bit of behind the scenes. If you want to kind of feel free to comment on anything. The room was fairly small, so setting up lights and things was quite difficult, but like I've said in in a minute. These have a very, very small, I'll show you. You know, obviously you have a very, very small footprint. That's with a diffuser on as well. There's no other diffusion apart from this on here, compared to my Godox light, which takes up kind of this kind of room. It's obviously massive. So having that small footprint, especially a small room, was absolutely brilliant. And to control it when we got, obviously, Steve to sit in the right place, and then we got the lights on him, and then I was controlling it from my phone to make sure I had everything set up right. But that's about it. It's just more of a thank you to Holdan for supplying the Holland 150 Lark. I highly recommend it. Like I say, I do have the DJI mic as well, but the Holland is, if you did want a wireless system and you don't want to worry about buying more lavs or anything like that, get the Holland system. It's very, very good. Lights. These are probably a little bit out my price range, unfortunately, but I can understand why they're in the price bracket they are. So simple to use. The app, if you don't want to use the app, the whole thing is on the back of a touch screen. So really, just nice touch screen on here. And just swipe it, and obviously you can also use the dials as well. But there we go. Let me show you a bit of a behind the scenes, and we'll kind of catch up next time, whenever that may be. Hopefully we'll be out filming with the drone and things like that on the next part of it, unless there's a wedding or, you know how it is. Cheers, guys. So, starting shooting. This is the Rotolight Aeos 2. Obviously with the stand as well. Because it's quite a small room, we're basically looking at whereabouts we can put them. I know where I'm shooting across to try and get a nice kind of blur in the background. And these, obviously, we don't have a big footprint, and I don't have to worry about having a big dome on the front as well either, because of these really thin diffusers, which is really quite nice. So I'm just kind of working out my positioning and where I want them. I'm going to use this one as the main light. Like I said before, if I'm shooting this way, I probably want it on the other side, which I'm just going to do now. So where you'd have other lights and having a big diffuser on the front, obviously I don't have that. So much easier to set up, especially when you're shooting something like this. And I can still sit here and obviously speak to Steve, who obviously the documentary is on, and I don't have to worry about anything else. And the next one, the main light here, and then his hair light. I think that's pretty much our setup. 75mm on there as the main camera, 35mm on the wide. We'll have main light on him here, and a slight hair light just here. Ideally I want to put it in this corner, but we're just struggling for room a little bit. That'll do. I might actually just reflect that off this wall here. Give us something a little bit different. So obviously for the simplicity of these, I can just connect, change the brightness levels of each of these cameras individually just from my phone. So I've got the shots on, having a look at them as I'm changing my lights. So if you bring that one up, that one down ever so slightly. There we go. I think that was probably about right. Easy as that. So these are from Hollyland, even should I say. This is the Lark 150. So Lark 150 also comes with a lav mic as well.
A little bit. That's fine. I'm used to it.